Hi, my name is Dragan from AppAwards. I'm here today with Daniel Franz, co-founder and CEO at ZNet Labs. As you may know, AppAwards gives App Awards to the most user-friendly applications in the world. Today I'm happy to announce that the winner of this award for the news category is Good News. Mr. Franz, congratulations to you and your team.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. This means a lot. Especially getting an award for user friendliness is something I'm really thrilled about. Thanks.
Can you tell us a bit more about Good News, ZNet Labs, and yourself?
ZNet or ZNet, however you want to pronounce it, is just recently founded around Good News because of the huge success of Good News. And I started Good News like last year or even the year before, a while ago, and then we really had a lot of success, and then founded the company later on with two co-founders of mine, basically just months ago, and we're based in Hamburg, Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm actually based in San Francisco, California, and yes, we're 3 people at the moment, and having a lot of fun developing this app.
Can you share with us how did you get the inspiration for Good News? Where did it all start?
So I guess I was trying to tackle my own customer pain, really. I'm a news junkie, and I wanted really a single point of access for my news, like a dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
And no feed reader really was able to give me that. I didn't find any feed reader in that sense with a decent UX, user experience, really. So with Good News, you can subscribe to news feeds, publishers' websites, also tweet streams, API delivered local news content, stuff like that. And I have that aggregated in one single space or stream, if you want. And that's something I didn't really find, at least not with these options of personalization and customization.
And apart from this, what do you think is the core strength of Good News compared to other news apps in the market?
So I guess the one that has been mentioned the most is the UI. It has been named
the user interface.
The user interface, and therefore the actual overall experience of reading your news content. It has been named most elegant and most beautiful and neat and whatnot several times, and I think I agree that's actually what I wanted to do. And so having said that, below the user interface, we actually built on top of pretty common and established technologies like XML and lately PubSub, Hubbub, which is a push protocol for XML feeds, and obviously CSS and soon HTML5. So we don't reinvent anything we don't need to. We just make it better, and I think people like it.
What was the first step, or what were the first steps that you undertook once you got the idea for Good News?
I think I just started it. So I have a background I worked in several positions and businesses. I have a background as a developer as well as a designer, and in business positions. I worked in a lot of web agencies. 3 years ago, I worked at Google in Dublin, and I worked at a mobile carrier. So I have a very broad background of stuff I can actually do. Not as deep as necessary in some areas, but deep enough so that I could actually just get started. And I just built it. And people started to use it and love it right away. I developed the app pretty closely with the actual users, with their feedback, and then seeing the uptake and that people actually like it. I managed to get people around me motivated to contribute. For instance, server hosting, some of the development work I'm just too stupid to do myself, and so that's how it all started. I guess I just started, and at some point I really involved the users. For instance, with translations, it's now being offered in 5 translations and 5 languages. Sorry, and I contributed the German and the English one, but Spanish, Italian, and French was actually a contribution from users. So it's a big project.
That's nice to see that your users are getting involved in your app, in developing your app. Can you tell us where is Good Noows going?
So we have the web app, and that's why we are featured at AppAwards, because you guys focus on web apps, and that's a good thing. A lot of comparable services have tablet or mobile apps, and we actually wanted to bring technologies like RSS and news reading, make it simpler, so that people like my mom could read the news with this tool without having to bother with RSS and widget and some weird terms. So and one aspect is also that we did actually go for a web app first, because obviously there are a lot of fancy iPads and other tablet devices out there, but there are also a lot of people that actually don't have these devices, not the early adopter type, who do want to read their news online. So we went first for the web app, but in the next steps, obviously, we do want to develop, or we actually started developing smartphone versions and versions for tablets. We are currently working on huge architectural improvements that will, amongst other things, make the app much faster. And I guess eventually what we want to do is offer a blend of news content and pushed in real time based on your personal interest and what your friends and other people of interest read or write. And it's going to be a full-blown news-centered niche network. And the vision is a newsstand that serves an ecosystem connecting readers and publishers, really. It's supposed to be your single best point of access for discovering and sharing news, and beyond the limits of single devices, publishers, regions, and so on.
Yeah, it seems like you took the words "think big" to heart, and you're going that way, which is good, I think.
That's the credo. Think big is a good thing.
Yes, always is. And can you tell us where is ZNet Labs? You told us that you currently have 3 people, including yourself, in this company. Are you going to develop other applications to support Good Noows, or are you just going to concentrate on this app for the moment?
We are definitely only, even though our company name is different from the actual app name, but we are only focusing on this right now. There's a lot of work to do. There's a huge backlog of features we want to ship rather sooner than later, and of course also the mobile device versions. We love what we do, and we have the right people for concept and design and development. But by the way, we are also open, for new people who want to contribute. We could also, although we are pretty much set for now, but we could also use funding. So we're looking for investor or business angels or capital from investors. We see a number of revenue opportunities in this field, and although we currently focus on adoption and making reading awesome, it can actually be a serious business if you involve the publishing industry into this. And so that's the somewhat nebulous vision of the midterm vision of the company.